the, in the series of Physiology Made Easy by Dr. Kavita Gupta, next topic is feedback mechanism. Now, the feedback mechanism is a main radar system to control the internal environment. So, feedback mechanism is responsible mainly to control the internal environment. There are two main system feedback mechanisms. One is negative feedback mechanism or positive feedback mechanism. Now, what is the importance of the feedback? As we know very well that it not only works in day-to-day of our busy social life and good career, but very essential for our body itself. Now, why we use the word social life and career? Because you may imagine when you were a child of 10 years old and you solved something in the mess and it was correct. You were the only student in the class who solved it correctly and the teacher appreciates you. Then it gives you a very positive attitude yourself. Now, similarly, in our body, there are some feedback mechanisms works, and this works not only for years to years, hours to hours, minutes to minutes, but for seconds to seconds. Next slide. So mainly we will concern that the control systems are governed by two main mechanisms, negative and positive feedback mechanism. Next slide. Now the negative feedback mechanism. Now definition, what you mean by the negative feedback mechanism? Whenever there is a change, mind it, the hash. So we will break little bit so that you can understand the what you mean by the negative feedback mechanism. So whenever there is a change in internal environment, control factor triggers a response. So whenever change in internal environment, control factor activated and response results. Now if the response opposes or removes the signal, the mechanism is called negative feedback mechanism. So in another word, if the response result and it decreases the original signal intensity or sensitivity, means if there is a, you can say that sensitivity or intensity of the original signal, if decreases, it is said to be negative feedback mechanism. Now most of our control mechanisms in our body are negative feedback mechanisms. They give stability to our body. Now the example of the negative feedback mechanism is, one is the baroreceptor reflex or short-term regulation, or you can say neural mechanism. So we will take an example of this reflex, how it works and what is the error or what is the, you can say the gain of this system. So negative feedback mechanism, we will take an example of baroreceptor reflex. They activate within 15 to 20 seconds. So it takes less than 20 seconds to activate. So whenever there is a blood pressure decreases, after resuming standing posture from the supine position, suppose you are lying down on a cot and you have to stand up immediately. Then you will find blood pressure decreases because of the gravity and pulling of the blood in the lower extremity, and mean arterial blood pressure falls up to 60 millimeter. So we will understand what is baroreceptor normal functioning. To understand the gain, to understand the feedback mechanism, we will take this example. Now, baroreceptor, the sensor works only between when the mean arterial blood pressure is 60 to 180 millimeter mercury. And if it is beyond 60 or beyond 180 millimeter mercury, higher than the 180 millimeter mercury, it will not stimulate it. So, whenever there is a decrease in blood pressure, decrease signals reaches to vasomotor center because they are sort of stretch receptors and they will not stimulate it when the blood pressure is less than, mean arterial blood pressure is less than 60. So, decreased signals reaches to vasomotor center, which is present in cardiovascular centers or in the medulla. So they reaches by 9th and 10th cranial nerves, that is glossopharyngeal and vagus nerve. So the depressor area of vasomotor center not stimulated because these nerves 9th and 10th, they are connected directly to the depressor area, mind it. And the spelling is depressor, not depressor. Okay, so here you will find the pressure area will work unchecked because there is no sensation from depressor to pressor, and you will find when it work unchecked, then the impulses reaches to heart and blood vessel in greater intensity, or increased impulses are reached there. It increases the blood pressure. So whenever there is you see here that the blood pressure is lower down, then automatically this control system increases the blood pressure. So the signal is that low blood pressure and the response is increased blood pressure. Okay, when there is increased blood pressure, baroreceptor will not work because it comes in this range. So what is the importance of the negative feedback mechanism? Signal, blood pressure, sensor, baroreceptors, response, increased blood pressure. So low blood pressure activate baroreceptor, increases the blood pressure, no activation of the baroreceptor. Now in this slide, this is another example. Whenever there is an increased metabolism and increased concentration of the carbon dioxide in the tissue fluid, then it excites respiratory centers in the medulla, which causes increased respiratory rate. So what will happen whenever there is hypernia? The more carbon dioxide is expired from lungs and it decreases the carbon dioxide concentration in the tissue fluid. So signal originated by increased carbon dioxide, response we will get decreased carbon dioxide. In another mechanism, that is positive feedback mechanism, that if the response enhances the original stimulus intensity or sensitivity, it is called positive feedback mechanism. Now you can imagine yourself whenever there is an injury of the vessel and there is a bleeding, then if it occurs, it increases the intensity or sensitivity, means more bleeding will be there. It is hazardous to our body. So the most of the time it gives instability to our life. But sometimes, and there are few examples where they are useful. One is the clotting factor. You will read it yourself. During childbirth, oxytocin release in phase of depolarization in the development of action potential, or you can see LH surge before the ovulation. So these are the examples where they are useful. Now this is another mechanism, that is a feed forward mechanism or adaptive control. Now this compensatory response is initiated in anticipation of a change in a regulated variable. So response occurred prior to the signals sent by brain. Now the event or the prior exposure, I think, is a must in this control mechanism, may be required to initiate the anticipation. There may be some inborn reflexes which may play important role. For example, production of the saliva in the mouth, then there is a production of saliva in the mouth when we see the food. This is inborn. Secretion of HCl when we engulf the food. Again it is inborn. Drawback of our hand instantly when touch a hot spot. Again it is a inborn. So there might be this efficiency mechanism will be more accurate when there is a prior exposure of some change in the previous life. In the previous stage of the life. Efficiency or the feedback mechanism is very, very important. No feedback mechanism do 100% of the correction after activation in response to the change. So always remember, no feedback mechanism do 100% of automaticity after activation in response to change. So in control of the system, efficiency of the negative feedback mechanism can only be assessed. Mind it, here the word is negative. If it is hazardous, positive feedback mechanism hazardous to our body, then we cannot calculate the efficiency of that positive feedback mechanism. We can assess the efficiency of negative feedback mechanism only by the gain of mechanism. So the gain is the word which is assigned to measure or determine the efficiency of negative feedback mechanism. So we will take an example of the baroreceptor because we have taken already in the previous slides. So whenever there is a baroreceptor function, it functions properly, and we measured normal blood pressure is 100 millimeter mercury. Then what will happen? When mean arterial blood pressure is 100 millimeter measured and baroreceptor functions normally, then the same person, if the blood pressure increases to 170 millimeter mercury, mean arterial blood pressure, then pressure corrected to 120 millimeter mercury is measured when the baroreceptor functions properly. So when the functions properly, baroreceptor functions properly, the pressure corrected to 120 millimeter mercury. Otherwise, what happens in the same person, that if it doesn't work properly, then it will increase to 170. So what is the efficiency of this, or you can say correction done by baroreceptor, is 170 minus 120. So 170 minus 120 is minus 50. Minus 50, you can say why we put it. The error or defect is 170 and correction is 120. So how much is left is how much is corrected? Minus 50. Means minus 50 millimeter mercury blood pressure can be corrected by baroreceptor reflexes. In other words, error, how much error is left with the baroreceptor functions, because no system will remain for 100% correction, cannot do 100% correction. So 120 minus 100 is equal to plus 20. So how much error is left? Plus 20. Because why? It can correct up to 120. Normal is 100. So 120 minus 100, how much is plus 20 millimeter. Next, how to calculate gain of a system. Now in this slide, I will tell you how the gain can be calculated. It can be calculated by formula correction upon error. Correction How much was there? Minus 50. And error how much? Plus 20. So if we cut it down the unit, minus 50 plus 20, then how much is the gain of this system is minus 2.5. What it indicates? Minus indicate negative feedback mechanism. Mind it. So how much efficiency of this control system, baroreceptor control receptor, is minus 2.5, and we will not put any unit here. So the gain of the different systems, maximum gain for pH, I have already in the previous example, previous chapter, then for the sodium control, and next we can say the temperature, minus 33. And here in the last you can say, if we take 4 example of pH, sodium, temperature, pressure, so the sequence would be maximum gain for pH, then for sodium, then temperature regulation and pressure. So this is the importance of the feedback, importance of the internal environment constituency. So importance of the feedback and internal environment remain constant. You must think automaticity of 100 trillion cells, because 100 trillion cells, they are embedded in internal environment, which is constitute, I have already tell you. Now you think why it is important that internal environment must remain at a constant level. Thank you. For the next lecture, next series, please subscribe for the resting membrane. Thanking you.